How do I create healthy habits and make them stick? In today's video, we are going to be unpacking what a habit is, how you can track your habits, how you can maintain them, and quite a bit more information as well, aren't we? So before we dive in though, if you could follow, subscribe and like all the things on our page, that'd be amazing, just so it helps the channel grow. All the links for our other resources that we're going to mention throughout the course of today will be in the comment section too. So and at the end of the video, let us know what you think of this video in the comment section. So what is a habit?
I think it's important to mention that a habit, that 40% of your behaviours throughout the day, they're not conscious decisions, they're habits. So this is a study that was done. And I think a lot of things that we're going to talk about in this video is from Atomic Habits. Just our own little spin on it, isn't it? So Atomic Habits book by James Clear, fantastic book if you've not read it. But yeah, when I first found that out, that 40% of your decisions that you make or behaviours throughout the day in a 24-hour period, they're not conscious. You're just on autopilot doing stuff. So yeah, but when we actually look at a habit, it's developed into three areas. So you have your cue or a trigger, you have your routine, and then you have a reward. And every habit goes through that.
Have you got an example?
Yeah, I think the easiest example is your habit of driving. So you're at the traffic lights and the traffic light is red. So you've got your gas, you've got your foot on, not on the gas, but you've got your foot on the brake and you're waiting for it to turn green. When it turns green, that's the trigger, the cue. Oh, okay, we go. The routine is then to put your foot on the accelerator and then go through the traffic lights and you're going on your destination. The reward is now you're closer to the destination where you need to get to. That is the simplest way to explain it, of how a habit is formed. So you trigger, the routine is the doing, and then you get a reward. I feel good because I'm at the destination, or I've got a drink, or I feel relaxed, or I've got a prize, I've got something from doing it.
So that will show up quite a lot then, won't it, with people that are drinking too much alcohol, that 100%. Are eating junk food. You know, so you've got the cue, might be that it's Friday and someone in the office says, hey, Adam, do you want to come for a beer?
Yeah.
And yeah, you can quickly see how that's going to play out into, you know, that sort of routine of, oh shit, yeah, may as well, it's Friday evening and why would I not do it and all that jazz. And then, yeah, the reward in your mind is that I'm going to get sloshed and then regret it the next day. It's quite an interesting pattern, right?
But that's it. But all of our decisions are through the day, our behaviours. They're going through this loop the whole time. So if you were to assess it, you'd work out that, oh, those were conscious decisions. These were just autopilot, like brushing your teeth in the morning. You know, hopefully you leave the house with your teeth brushed. Some people don't. But it's an autopilot thing. It may be when you first thing in the morning, whatever the cue is for you. Or maybe when you get out of the shower and you're getting changed and then you brush your teeth, or it's before you do your hair. Whatever it is, you might have your breakfast first and you go back upstairs and do your teeth. I don't know. But how it plays out, this is just all of a habit of doing it. And it's just so second nature to you. You don't even think about doing it. You're just doing it.
If you want to see a load of people that haven't brushed their teeth, just watch the Antiques Roadshow. I don't know why, but they've all got teeth like burnt down sheds. It's weird.
Burnt down sheds?
Yeah, just like horrible and brown and weird. I watched it on Sunday night for like 5 minutes. It's an abomination in the dentistry world.
Hang on, so Antiques Roadshow, isn't that like, they're only in quite nice areas?
Yeah, and all that, and then they come on.
So it's like a nice classic, part of Cambridge or something.
Yeah, classic British, and just the presenter and all the guests, weird.
Drink too much tea. That's what it is.
Side note, so back on track.
And the links for Antique Roadshow are below.
So with that, there's three sections. So a couple of these are from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, and one of the others is from Darren Hardy's book, which is The Compound Effect, another fantastic book.
That's a great book.
Yeah, so we've got habit tracking, habit stacking, and habit hacking. So habit tracking is literally, this is quite an intense process, by the way, but if you want to be in the 1%, you need to do what the 1% do. People that are really, really on top of their game, if you think of somebody that you admire, they have got their shit together, like top bracket. They know exactly what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it, and what they need to do next time to make it even better. So you need to track your habits throughout the course of the day. And Darren Hardy actually recommends you do this hour by hour for a week.
Because you recommend to do it on pen and paper, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you can
'cause
just
get
carry it
the
around
apps.
with you, or you can do it on your phone, whatever, just to make sure you're actually updating it. So, for example, from 7 till 7:25, oh shit, I scrolled on my phone watching TikTok videos, right? But from 7:30 till 7:45, I then meditated. Cool. From 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. I was on the school run with the kids, and then I did, whatever, went for a walk. And you just keep doing that, and you can look at it throughout the course of the week and go, shit, every time I wake up, all I'm doing is watching TikTok videos for the first 20 minutes. Antiques Roadshow with all the brown teeth, yeah. So it's imperative to know what your not so blind spots are, because we all say blind spots. In reality, they're not blind at all, they're glaringly fucking obvious as to what's going wrong. So habit stacking is looking at what you're currently doing and adding something onto it. So for example, if you want to up your level of water intake, I'm already brushing my teeth, can I put my bottle of water next to my toothbrush? So similar to what Mayhew said earlier, I've got my cue, I brush my teeth, my water bottle's there, I'm going to do that. It could be I want to get outside more, but I also want to start consuming better content through podcasts or audiobooks. So while you're out walking, listen to your audiobook. You've just stacked two habits on top of each other that are really beneficial and really helpful. This could also be done when you're on the bike in the gym. You can listen to an audiobook or podcast, etc., etc. Then habit hacking is looking at something that you're doing currently that isn't overly helpful and replacing it with something better. So how Darren Hardy explains it, and just bear with me on this, because when I first heard it, I thought that's a bit of a reach, but it does make sense. Say you're drinking alcohol and you want to stop. The first point of call is to get alcohol-free alternatives. We're not aiming this at alcoholics, by the way. This is at mid-lane drinkers that are having 1 or 2 beers through the week and they want to stop. Get an alcohol-free alternative. After a while, realistically, I mean, I can vouch for this, I'm sure you can too. On a Tuesday night, I just don't want an alcohol-free beer, for example. It might be if I'm out at dinner with my partner, maybe, but even then I'm not that bothered. So I'll just have a cold, refreshing drink, maybe a Diet Coke.
Yep.
Then it might be, if you want to go down a level further from that, you might have sparkling water with fruit in it. Then you just go down to sparkling water, then you might just end up with water. When I've said this before in corporate trainings, people look at me like I've got 2 heads, but honestly, give it enough time. You have to give the habit time. I'm talking 2 or 3 months here as that transition. Another one, which can be done overnight, however, if your go-to and your personality is quite addictive and you've opened a family-sized bag of crisps, the first crisp tastes amazing. If you're in America, potato chips. The first crisp tastes amazing. The 300th crisp doesn't taste that much better, right? And now you've got to the bottom of this family-sized bag and you're going, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I just do that? So the likelihood is that you're not actually doing it for the taste anymore. You're doing it purely through repetition. You might be watching your favourite film, and in your mind, you've got enough reward to constantly get a crisp out, eat it, crunch, crunch, crunch. So you want to replace that with, say, carrot sticks and hummus. I know I've lost some of you again. Celery sticks and hummus, something a little bit healthier. If you're having one of our clients, he travelled on the road as a salesman, and he'd go into the Esso garage or a petrol station filling up, and he would always go in and get a chocolate bar. I said, I don't want you to stop doing that. He was like, oh, amazing. I said, all I want you to do is swap it for a protein bar, because it's half the calories and you've actually got 20 grams of protein now, not just sugar and fat. Yeah. So it's a better version. Is it perfect? No. But is it a better solution? Absolutely it is. Yeah. So yeah, that's the habit track, habit stack, habit hack. If you can deploy those 3 tactics again, you're going to see a massive difference, whether that's with your workouts, whether it's you want to start something or stop something. If you want to start something, you have to set up the cues and make it easy. If you want to stop something, sounds daft and sounds overly simplistic, but you have to put in some resistance.
Yeah, make it difficult, isn't it?
Correct, yeah.
Stop a habit.
You want to make it tricky.
Out of sight, out of mind.
If you really want to stop your phone usage, for example, so it's know thyself. And I know that if I can have access to my apps all the time, I'll be on it more than I actually want to. So I went to the extreme of downloading a separate app called Burnout Buddy, which means I can't access certain apps after 3 p.m. it's so much effort if I did want to do it.
You have to tap it like
yeah,
1,000
incessantly for
times.
minutes, and then you have to put on a passcode, and you have to do it. Or even better, get a little safety box that you can't access for like 2 or 3 hours if you want. Just people might say, "Oh, it's a bit drastic, isn't it?" Well, it depends on what your outcome is.
Yeah. One of the things that I did to stop taking my phone into the bedroom years ago was I had to do, this was with my coach at the time, I had to do 30 burpees. So if I took my phone into the bedroom, I'd have to do 30 burpees. Fuck's sake. It all went in hand with Spartan training, because we do loads of burpees in Spartan training. But it worked. It make it really difficult. I was like, yeah, I did it like twice. I was like, right. And then I just remembered every time I walked through the door, don't take the phone into the bedroom.
Yeah.
We'll do a whole video on that as to why you don't take your phone into the bedroom.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Many reasons.
Loads of reasons.
So hope that's given you more of an idea of what a habit is. You might be looking and thinking, yeah, I'm fine, but realistically, you know that you're not. So is it that you're drinking too much? Is it that you're overeating? Is it that you're eating late at night? Is it that you're scrolling endlessly first thing when you wake up or on an evening? If you use the strategies that we've outlined today, you will 100% see a difference. And like I said, those 2 books, The Compound Effect and Atomic Habits, are very, very well known. Atomic Habits more so, but they're also extremely useful if you apply what they teach in that. So we'll put, again, some of the resources below. And like we said earlier, join our free community at school.com/agame. Please like, please subscribe, please follow. It just helps the channel grow, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.